Hi, Shauna Holt, and I have got so much energy today. It is crazy. I have been so busy from the time I woke up all day, but I feel great. So when you jump on, say hi. Let me know you're there. If you catch this later, put hashtag replay. So today I'm going to share with you some dietary suggestions for an adrenal fatigue diet, to support you and to have a better quality of life. Of course, get you feeling better, since that's the important thing. Adrenal fatigue is a difficult and unpredictable disorder that can have you wondering how you're going to feel from one minute to the next. I talked about a roller coaster ride I would have each day. An important step in dealing with adrenal fatigue is to identify what sorts of behaviors, habits, and foods that may be possibly contributing to the cause of your condition. Once you've begun to identify some of the major factors, you can begin to make adjustments and to your lifestyle so that you can increase the quality of your life and to feel better. So last night I talked about some of the common symptoms of adrenal fatigue, and it's unfortunate, but adrenal fatigue can manifest itself in a wide variety of ways. These symptoms can be so varied that the only way to know that there is a sort of a deficiency is to get an actual blood test that can reveal whether or not you lack or have lower counts of specific hormones. And that should be present under normal circumstances. But you want to feel better now, right? I know I did. So when it comes to adrenal fatigue diet, every person is going to be different. So it's incredibly likely that the foods that work for one person might not be the same for the next. And this will require you to do a lot of research at home before, during, and after you eat meals. This means that it becomes important for you to use the scientific method that we learned in school to determine what foods might be causing illness in the form of inflammation or even an allergic reaction in your body. So try eating your meals in a simpler way. This will be simpler for you by focusing on a smaller list of ingredients. As you add foods back in, take note to what you've added, how it's affected your body, whether or not it's digested well. If you have a reaction, take note of that, what you ate, when you ate it. A good way to do this is to create a food journal. Write down everything that you're putting into your mouth. Notate how you feel before, how you're feeling during, after you've ate it. Keep track for at least a full week, but the longer the better. Now, there are certain foods that have been known to wreak havoc on your adrenal glands and your hormones, and those are things like sugars, artificial sweeteners, processed foods of any kind, especially like lunch meats and sausage and stuff that's has a lot of nitrates and nitrites in it, hydrogenated oils, and caffeine. You should add to that list any foods that have caused a negative reaction in you. Especially after you've ate something, you feel really tired. Now, you may feel really tired after eating a bigger meal, but if you're feeling tired, say, after you've had cheese, every single time you have cheese, that may be something that triggers you. So make sure that you write that down. Be sure to avoid these foods, the ones that I just said, the sugar and artificial sweeteners, the processed foods, the hydrogenated oils, and the caffeine, and the things that you found, as much as possible. Whether you can go cold turkey or you gradually start to eliminate them. Now, there are certain foods that will help support your adrenal glands and your hormones, and these foods are high in antioxidants. They're nutrient rich, they're whole plant based, and they're easy to digest. Things like nuts, walnuts and almonds, seeds like flaxseed and chia seeds, cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts, foods that are high in omega-3s like salmon, other fish, chia seeds and hemp seeds, coconut, avocados, and plenty of berries. I'm sure that if you are anything like me, the foods that you need to avoid for adrenal fatigue will be tough. And, because whenever you're low in energy, having cravings, you're always going to be grabbing for sugars and caffeine. And then that's the first thing you want to take so that, you get that energy back. But I got you though, tomorrow I'm going to actually give you some suggestions on that will help with that. But today, start working on the food diary and adding the good foods, into your day. I believe that the more good foods that you add in your day is going to crowd out those not so good foods. And then that tends to make it a little bit easier. I know that the clients that I work with, I always say, add to instead of taking away. Instead of concentrating on things that I can't have, think about adding in all these other things that you can have. Then it won't be so much of a struggle with your mind wanting those things. So I hope this helped, and stay tuned for tomorrow. If you have no idea why I'm even talking about this, catch back up to my videos the past couple of days. I gave lots of it, I gave my own story first, and then a lot of common symptoms last night, and then tomorrow I'm going to give you some more tips on busting through this nutrition part, because adrenal fatigue it's well known that it's treated more so with nutrition than anything else. So I hope you have a great rest of your night.